I'll fly, and I'll fly into the end of the sky. So I'll be the one who doesn't have to say goodbye.
Hi there guys, I'm Live reaction over this My Little Pony dark romantic video called The Month of Lurve, revealing My Little Pony dark romantic Rarijack Fanfic reading. At last I'm reacting to this content. At last, we couldn't do it on the 14th of February because of certain events with my fiance, because she was here and I didn't get time to react to it. I'm very sorry about that, everypony, but time to react to this content. Yeah. What am I going to expect? That's the thing I don't know. It is a shipping episode. The month of Lurve. Month of Lurve. I love Lurve. We're going to get this version started. In 3, 2, 1, go. Ship. Love is love. Oh, yes. I think we'll go. Clocking. Oh, that music's already spooky. I did like the sound effect there. Black screen. And with hints of thunder. That cooking fireplace. Sounds like a music you find in like haunted mansions and all that. What?
A loud gasp emanated from the earth pony, jolting up from her bed. She darted her eyes around.
Hello, Applejack. Hello, Rarity. Ship!
She was back in her room, in her own bed. Looking over, she saw another pony with her, which caused her to nearly jump in surprise.
What are you doing there?
It was only Rarity, as she remembered that she was staying over here with her.
Really?
That feeling had begun to rise again, and Applejack felt
they're
she was
secretly in love.
Taking deep breaths, she told herself to calm down, in hopes that her mind would listen. Of course, her thoughts had failed her, and she had begun to cry. She felt guilty for not helping her parents.
Whoa! Applejack cries on the inside!
And had slowly awoken from her sleep. She was a bit annoyed, but after finding out what had awoke her, her feelings quickly changed. Her mare friend was in a fetal position, her long hair in a tangled mess as her bangs covered most of her face. She was vibrating, and was quietly mumbling something that the unicorn could not make out. Concerned, Rarity began to stroke her mane, embracing her close.
Ship!
Applejack's eyes widened, becoming quiet. She didn't realize she had woken up Rarity, and felt even more guilty.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
She tensed up, unable to face her mare friend. Her apology was barely above a whisper, yet Rarity heard it, and hushed her.
Do not be sorry.
She commanded, almost harshly, but her expression immediately softened.
Caddy Red... That sounds
Applejack,
like...
look at me.
She demanded. Applejack obeyed, slowly turning and looking above at Rarity. She held her tight, but Rarity did not seem to.
Is she English?
You are absolutely more important than my needs, always. Please, if you can, tell me what's wrong.
Tell us what's wrong, Applejack.
What's best for you, and I want to help any way that I can.
Yes, she does.
Be sorry for
she
how
wants a
you
kiss.
feel, darling.
Applejack could not speak, as she was processing what she had said. She buried her face into the warmth of Rarity's chest and quietly sobbed.
Ship.
She wasn't necessarily sad, but rather felt comfort in being emotional in front of her mare friend. On the other hoof,
But she
felt
cries on the
small
inside
and
though. How's
lonely,
that possible?
because she rarely showed these types of emotions around any pony.
Yeah, that's true.
Now Rarity had seen her at her lowest. She hoped that she did not see her as anything less.
Why is she crying though? That's the
Rarity
thing.
held her, not saying anything else. She gently placed her chin on top of her head, stroking
Aww.
her mane once more. She began to hum softly, in hopes of calming down her lover.
It's
It seemed
alright.
to work, as her sobbing eventually came to a stop. Looking up again, Rarity smiled at her, which
Aww.
made Applejack feel better, returning a small smile.
Kiss, kiss,
Taking a deep
kiss,
breath,
kiss.
she began to tell her about her nightmare, taking around 10 minutes as she struggled to explain the details.
She's having a nightmare.
Fortunately, Rarity was patient with her, listening and comforting her when she needed it. She had already known.
I like how the pictures are.
In fact,
I do like this
her
picture
friends
though.
knew.
That's a
She
good edit. That's a good edit.
She
That
listened to
I
her
do like
story,
the edit there.
though she could not relate to her traumatic situation.
No.
As she finished, she grew quiet again, leaning her forehead against her fur. She was angry with herself for feeling like this, and that
You don't
it
need to
had
be
happened,
sorry, Applejack.
despite it happening all those years ago.
What
Applejack
happened?
thought that she was over this. She had not had a panic attack in years. The only time she ever cried was when she was happy. Other than that,
What?
she never dared to let anything out.
She
This isn't
cried
your
when she's
fault,
happy.
love. It wasn't your fault then, and it isn't your fault now.
It never was
Rarity
your
suddenly
fault.
spoke, with Applejack looking up. Remaining silent, she knew that Rarity was right.
She's
Of
very
course,
right.
She isn't the first pony to tell her that.
All your
In
friends.
fact, Granny Smith had told her this for years, and she believed her every time. She hadn't been this upset about her parents in at least 10 years.
10 years.
For this
Okay.
dream to suddenly show up and taunt her freaked Applejack out. Each dream about her
Sure.
parents'
Are you sure
death,
there's something else?
it was
Like
always a different
sinister
setting,
going on?
but there always was a key element
Like,
in the
let
mall.
her in sort of thing?
Fire.
Fire?
Fire was what killed her parents.
Fire.
Though her dreams may not be an accurate display on their deaths, it was enough for Applejack to remember
Fire?
exactly how it
Fire?
happened.
Fire?
She still remembered how it
Is that a
happened
theory?
all those years ago, with Apple Bloom only being around a few months old. Luckily, she didn't seem to remember any of it, but she was told enough stories to be remorseful. Big
How
Mac,
old was
being
Applejack
the
then?
oldest,
If
had the most memories of their parents,
Apple Bloom was
besides Granny Smith.
a couple
When
months old.
Applejack was younger, he'd tell her stories about their parents, what they were like
They
before
keep
she
the
was
memory
born.
alive.
Unfortunately, when her parents died, she had forgotten some of those memories due to the traumatic experience. There were a few times when she would see a counselor during school. For a while, she had even isolated herself from her friends
Or a
and
fair
family.
person.
She couldn't help but blame herself for her parents' death, despite everyone telling her that it was not her fault.
It's not your fault,
Eventually,
Applejack.
She grew out of that, and seemed to have moved on. But every once in a while, those memories would come back to haunt her. And it often
I think
ended
that's
up
a natural
badly.
reaction though, isn't it?
Once, it was so bad that she had attempted suicide by hanging
What?
herself with some old rope.
Oh my
But luckily,
god!
Big Mac was there before she almost did any real damage to herself.
Big Mac to the rescue!
She was still hospitalized due to
With
some harm on
computers.
her legs,
Sorry.
and she regretted everything. But this time, Rarity was there with her, listening and comforting her. If she was not there, she wouldn't know what she would have done by now. What also helped is that she was patient with her. But
Rarity's
sometimes
there
other
to keep.
ponies did not even have the time to
Rarity's
spare,
there to keep you
yet she couldn't help
insane.
but be sorry. Rarity really wanted to rest earlier. She kept complaining about it when they got to the barn. Applejack could not blame her. She had been working on her order for days now, and barely got enough sleep.
Yeah, Rarity
Luckily,
is a very.
she had just
I don't
finished
think she
earlier
gets enough
today,
sleep in any
and
case.
Applejack suggested that they go out and celebrate.
With a kiss.
Now here they were, with Applejack a wet mess, and a sweet and caring mare friend with her.
What? what?
She felt it as her mare friend lightly stroked at her.
Oh, that sounded so wrong. Oh my god.
You are brave, my dear.
A wet
You've
mess.
come
Thank you
so
very much,
far.
Sparrow.
I'm proud of you.
I've
Your
got weird
friends
thoughts in my
and
head
family
now.
are
Thank you
proud
very
as
much.
well. And I know for a fact that your parents are proud of you too.
And they're watching over
Still
you.
unable to speak, her stomach grew fuzzy inside, and a light blush crept on her face.
Aww.
Usually she
Kiss!
tried to hide the
Kiss!
fact that her cheeks were pink, but instead, she let it be.
Let
You
it
are
be.
still
Let it be.
recovering. And sometimes your feelings will get the best of you.
Yes.
But it's all a part of recovery. You are not considered weak for feeling this way.
No.
Never. It's natural.
This is depression.
And you should never hold them in. It's simply unhealthy.
This is
And
depression
you
at
can
its probably
Try and
worse.
talk to me
One of
or
probably
any pony about this.
it's one of the stages of
We
the
all care about you,
depression.
Applejack, and we only want what's best for you. We want to help you heal.
Applejack now had a warm feeling
Heal.
inside. A smile formed, and her happy tears rolled down her cheeks. She felt so lucky to have some pony
I
like
should be
Rarity,
so lucky,
who wasn't
lucky.
in the slightest
Sorry.
upset with her. Instead, she wanted to help her with her problems, no matter how bad they seemed.
A little
Wiping
kiss
her
will be
tears
good.
away, she lightly kissed around her white chest,
Oh.
causing Rarity to giggle. She
Rather
reached up
chest,
to head
lips,
with her,
lips, face,
leaning
head.
in slowly, and her mare friend closed the gap.
Kiss the apple.
It felt good to let out all of her feelings, and to have a mare friend with her to love and care.
Love and care.
Rarity moved her hoof to move away the blonde bangs hanging in
Oh.
Applejack's face,
Kiss properly.
kissing her forehead in the process.
Brilliant.
As she let a trail of kisses
Ship,
down to
by the
her
way.
nose, she noticed that her beloved was comfortable and happy, which made her happy.
And that is what a true relationship is all about.
So much y'all don't even know.
Applejack started, bringing
Sorry.
her hoof to gently caress Rarity's cheek.
Aww.
Rarity giggled at that, and placed her hoof on top of Applejack's, leaning in as much.
Why I
to
can't saw
where
her
the
pitch
noses
now, I don't
touched.
know.
I think I have an idea on how much you love me.
Oh yeah?
But do you know how much I love you?
Oh dear.
Rarity smiled, then formed a devilish grin. With that, she began to
You
peck her
bed
cheeks,
now.
aiming for each freckle on both sides of Applejack's face. Although it was hard to tell where they were, since Applejack's cheeks had turned red. Her laughter gradually became louder. as Rarity's
That's a good
kisses
laugh
tickled
acting
her
there.
neck,
That's a
and fear overcame her.
that's a good laugh acting there.
Tried to keep her volume to a minimum.
Feeling better, I presume?
Oh yes.
Rarity asked, after she stopped her kissing fest, receiving an eye roll from Applejack.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh yes.
Mighty sorry about all this.
She said, suddenly feeling sleepy from her emotional roller.
You don't need to be sorry, Applejack. Sorry about that. You don't need.
Please, no more apologies, darling.
Thank you. You don't need to be sorry.
I'm always happy to try and help you out. You've helped me so much. It's the least I can do.
Ship.
Rarity hugged Applejack from behind, playing with her long hair.
Thank you so much, Rares.
No worries, my love.
We getting
You may
married.
Consider taking the day off tomorrow,
Yes.
Applejack hesitated at first. Taking days off wasn't something she'd do unless it was a holiday.
That's how you get
But
rid of
then again,
stress.
She would be too tired to work tomorrow, not to mention that she was already emotionally drained. Resting her
You'd be
eyes,
more tired after
she let
you
the
do your
warmth of
things
her
in
mare
bed.
friend's body guide her to sleep.
Okay.
She mumbled, and dozed off to sleep, with Rarity following afterwards. For the rest of the night, the farmer's slumber was peaceful. In her mind, she knew everything would be alright, because her friends and family loved her, and she loved them. And with Rarity to help her face her challenges, it made life worth living for.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Ship! Really? Bloody really, Sweetie Belle, really? Thank you, Sweetie Belle, for that. Yeah, shit, by the way. oh, yeah, that was very touching. That was, shippable. It sounds like Rarity had a little hint in her eye about Lurve and bedroom eyes. Bedroom eyes, I can just imagine the bedroom eyes. Like, you, me, bed now. Oh, God. It's like molester, isn't it? Dun, 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 dun. I'm not doing that. That's Thomas's fields of thing. Yeah, that's Thomas's spectrum. Yeah. That was touching. It was. You can't blame yourself for those sort of things. You're a young filly, Applejack, or a young child. I'm not sure how old you were when you died. Probably filly getting into teenage years. I don't know. But you can't blame yourself for your parents' death. You can't help it. You can't control that sort of thing. And sometimes it's hard to keep your emotions in check sometimes, especially when it comes to family members passing away. And it's hard. I've never really been there before myself, but I know I've come close. Boy, I've come close, haven't I? I don't want to go into that detail, please, no! My gosh, teary eyes. Man, it's ridiculous. I'm actually tired. I'm not emotional. Like me, I will mostly keep my emotions. All my emotions are inside. I keep it inside. Only once in a while it sneaks out. Come out. But most of the time, all my emotions are inside. But when it comes to the thing about my mum, then let it all go. Let it loose. Let it go. And sometimes a good cry helps. It helps. It really does help. And I can't say any more than that. And I better go before I do get emotional. Well, I hope you like this video and more videos I do, and I will see you next time. Oh, yes.